Well, the fridge is fine, but the freezer door fell off in my hand. And I have it there. As you can see, it's got a little bit of plastic stuck on it because it broke off from this corner. Kind of there. So this end's got the pointy silver bit pointed down like for the door handle. So is the bottom bit. Same on that side, but not on that side because it's attached to that. I'll just spin it over. Yes, you can see it's broken. Snapped down there. But that's got the metal thing on it, like it sticks up. So that's where it snapped off. Suppose once you've done your washing, put it on that side. Now from a laundry point of view, these are fairly straightforward. You've even got instructions there in English, but in effect you buy a token from reception and put your washing in and away you go. That's washing machines, this side is dryers, that's mine. Yeah. Token for that as well. I think it'd be best to point the camera down on this one. Now that we're in the toilets, oh that's odd. So that's normal height, that's slightly taller, and that you're going to be 9 feet tall for. But anyway, the purpose of this was to show you the fact they're unisex. And I'll just pop out here, look, there's a female toilet door, and just above this one is the gents. But anyway, the toilets are clean and tidy. He says opening one to a bit of tissue on the floor, but they are generally tidy. Now then, a little word of warning. Even though the Caravan Club are brokers and they push you down the road of booking everything, ferries and everything through them, there is a little bit of a gotcha that I can see here. Because when I booked this site, I didn't know, even though we are slightly off season, only by 1 week of course, that there was kind of a mini Glastonbury going on. Now maybe I should have checked the actual site's website in order to find out what's happening, but see what you think.
And here I am in bed, and it's close to midnight, and I don't know if you can hear from my caravan, but this is what the music festival sounds like at midnight. So listen up, we're just coming to the end of a song I think, so there might be a slight hiatus and then it'll all kick off again. I think there might be a bit of sax in there somewhere. I won't be rushing out to buy this record though.
Well, the crowds go for it.
Yeah.
Trouble with this is, we had a session like this and it went on till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Last night, yeah.
And believe me, when the bass gets going, it's really humdinger.
This time of the evening it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But at 3 o'clock in the morning that's not funny, and I think loads of people complained.
But we're that close to Glastonbury, I reckon it's just over them trees that you can see on the other side. There's a big field. And if Fiona pans to the left, you can see this is the end of the campsite, and we're at the couple of 3 junctions up. And believe me, that's why all those tents are empty, because they're all in Glastonbury, or whatever they want to call it. Now luckily for us, it was only a long weekend, but as you can see there was quite a lot of people there with various tents and things, pop-up jobs. But what would you expect from the site next door as they trundle off yet again to go and see the Glasgow Festival? But even the ducks have done a runner. But having said all that, we're not really that much of a party pooper, and as you know, most of the time we're out and about and doing stuff. Morning, and super excited. We're off to, go on, you say it, Fiona.
Concarneau. Well, I did say Concarneau because that's how my British brain interprets it. But on the signs here it says Concarneau or Concern. But it's a little place. Last time we were here a few years ago, we found it completely accidentally. Yeah, we didn't have enough time, but now we have forgotten all day. Yeah, so this time it's a town where there's a sort of a castle entrance. So you think you're walking into a castle, but it's actually a sort of little Sermione or little Venice. You'll see what it's like. It's amazing.
But anyway,
we have had rain overnight.
Yep, we have blue sky and things up there, but it's slightly better than British weather, but not much. And you have to bear in mind, even things we found on the site, even though it's July, not everything is open.
No.
So
no, we have no bar and restaurant. Not that, well, the bar was okay. Not that the restaurant was up too much, was it?
It wasn't last time, no.
By the coast. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Darty.
Yeah, he is darty.
Darty by name, darty by nature.
Oh, estuary. Oh, we give way. You wait. There you are.
Okay. Well, we're seeing how this really works now. So he isn't moving to the middle until he has no choice.
Okay, well.
Yeah, there's a bollard coming up.
Yeah.
These houses are like little chateaux, these houses. This is nice. Yeah, one of these houses would be alright.
And so we're here. Now the place we're visiting is on the right hand side, but the left hand side is a big square, well it's an oblong shape really, with a massive car park on both sides of the road. So I'm just going to squeeze one down this end one and see if I can find a hole. And Fiona, look, we found the oddity. There's one electric charger.
3 spaces, but 1 charger.
Yeah, but you don't see many French cars at all, do you?
Right.
Electric charging.
Here we are in Concarneau, which we found last time we were here in 2020 by accident. So here we're here by design. As you can see behind me is sort of the castle and the castle wall jutting out. That is like a little Venice or a little Sermione. It's full of shops. It's absolutely gorgeous. Over on the main road is a huge car park.
Oh, we're lucky today because it's free, isn't it?
Free today. Be careful though. They have a market here on a Monday and a Thursday, and there's a lot of spaces you cannot park in. So unless you want the market, I'd suggest coming on a different day. And then if you look, there's a big harbour with boats. All the water's really out at the moment.
It is, isn't it? Quite green down there, but yeah. Oh, look at that. Well-tended flower beds. It's even on the other side, look. But either way, there's actually a path where you can walk up and go around the actual top of the castle. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. Very nice, though. Anyway, we're here to go inside, aren't we?
Yeah, cool. It's such a creative place with lots of independent shops and really interesting ways of selling their wares and loads of places to eat. No, the fish were not going in for a massage. This became
Exactly. It's like a TARDIS for lettuce, or TARDIS for your salads. It's huge, isn't it? Yeah, you get a load.
And while we were eating a very leisurely lunch, it poured with rain. However, the staff here are clearly used to dealing with it. But after the rain cleared up, we were back to sightseeing and shopping.
That's it, and that's where we went in down there. Yes, I'm just looking at the sky. So we have had a bit of a thunderstorm, but luckily it's lunchtime, isn't it?
Yeah, we were very lucky. We got into a very nice little restaurant where we stayed for at least 2 hours. But the the family next to us left about 3 minutes before us, and they were there when we got there.
Oh look, an anchor. I reckon I could squeeze in there. Ooh! Look, that's me back in the car. That's a good couple of hours walk. That is probably a bit longer for those old farts, isn't it?
No,
Taking a bit of time.
I would say with eating it's 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
Because nobody here is eating in France.
No. That was fantastic. And I did manage to find the t-shirt shop. For those of you who've watched this channel before, I have green ones with like Banksy-esque type things of painting leaves and things like that. I've got some new ones. That's where they came from last time. We're off. Who are we doing this for then?
Okay, so I hope I've got this right, but this is for Karen and Emyr.
Emyr, what a fantastic name.
It is a fantastic name. I think it must be Welsh, but if I've said that incorrectly, I apologise profusely.
Oh, me too.
But they asked about the bed. And whether it worked very well. Previously, in our other caravan, we had the French style bed, so it's kind of that way.
Yes, it was along there, wasn't it?
Up against the wall, and because I'm the shortest, I was always up against the side of the van, and Steve was on the outside.
Well, not just because of shortness, because the heating was on your side, and I didn't want to be too. I get hot as it is.
Yeah, it did get so hot, so we'd have the heating off. Yeah. And it was fine. To be honest, we made it work. But if I needed the loo in the middle of the night, truth be told, I had to clamber like a gazelle, or was it a fairy elephant, and climb over Steve to go to the loo.
Yes.
It was fine for Steve. So now we've got this bed, as you can see, in this caravan, and this bed has a day mode and a night mode. So the bottom pulls out, okay, and then this part of the mattress here, this slips down and creates, so it goes forward, so there's a small gap at the bottom.
Well, I'll just do it in day mode then. So as you can see, I can walk all the way around it. Now we do have a 32-inch TV up there. Sorry about the GoPro, squashed that then up the top, but I can squeeze, well not squeeze, walk with the stance. Plenty of room to walk around there. To get into the bathroom.
So during the day, this one is absolutely fine. Easy access all the way around. The slight issue comes at night when you pull it out for night mode, because then the access around is like, and with the TV behind your head, it's more challenging. So it's fine. I don't know if you're watching TV in bed and one of you needs the loo, you can get up and see where you're going. Where it's not so fine is where you want to get up, which in this case is, this is my side, this is Steve's side. You want to go to the loo, because there's no way in the dark you're going to be able to see easily to go round there and not bump your head and go. So we're in the same situation really, except this time Steve, like a fairy elephant, has to climb over me and my legs to get to the loo. So we haven't quite conquered that problem, have we?
So the caravan would have to be 9 foot wide, because you've got 6 foot for the bed, plus a bit of space at the end and some walking around it. So yeah, it needs to be quite big, and you wouldn't be able to do that in a caravan.
So I've been thinking about this. So if that's a huge issue for you, the only caravan I can think of, unless you have 2 single beds to deal with that, is one with a midships bathroom, because those that you go through the midships bathroom, the bed tends to be in the middle with 2 doors down either side. So you can walk down that side and then access the midships bathroom easily at night. But do you want a midships bathroom? Because for me, I've never liked them, and I think part of that reason is that you really need, I feel you need privacy in the bathroom.
And that shower is magnificent. It's wide enough quite easily to be able to get me quite comfortably in there. So I don't know that we'd have to make that compromise, do you? No,
we wouldn't, because when we looked at the midships version, the shower was a lot smaller than that, and quite awkward, because they tend to be quite circular like this. So if you get out, you're either exposed, you've got to have the doors closed on both sides for privacy, and there definitely isn't enough room to towel yourself dry. Whereas here, we can pull this across. You know, there's a thing there that you can pull across, and you can shower easily. So for us, that's the compromise we made. So it's up to you guys, whatever works for you.
Right, go on, put it in night mode and put that thing behind it.
So day mode, you see, It's better if two of you do this, to be honest.
Yeah, but you can just see one can.
Yeah, one
easily.
person can do it. Hang on. It comes naturally to a stop. You can see gap, and then you just pull this out. Well, to be honest, you can pull it from the bottom.
Yeah, pull the mattress down a bit. That slops down a bit.
And then you push it out like that.
Shall we put that on so we can show what it's like, how much room you have with the duvet?
Right. 1. 2. You do need a special sheet, by the way, for this bed, which you will have to buy.
Yes, because it's rounded at the corners, and underneath it we bought a, what do they call those things? They're like garters for like socks, but they're not. They're for mattresses to be able to pull them on the inside.
Yeah.
I'll pop it up. We just bought it from Amazon, I think it was. The H-shape one to be able to put them both together. So I'll pull this over. Yeah.
So we are now in night mode with the bed. So the end's pulled out, the TV's there. I'm now going to show you how tricky it is to get to the toilet. Okay, I mean, if you're really slim, it might be fine. I'm not really slim. Okay, so here you go. It's middle of the night and it's dark, and you're trying.
You leap in a bit. That's it.
And you're trying hard not to. Yeah, and your butt gets in the way of everything. So there you go.
Yeah, you hold that, and I'll try it the other way.
Okay, Steve, you give it a go.
Okay. Minding that. Imagine this in the middle of the night. It's all right, yeah, don't panic, don't move. I'm coming through. There we go. It can be done, right? There is room to get round it.
Yeah.
But you can see that there's not much room, is there?
I think it's fine. If you're of slighter build, you'll probably be fine and you haven't got a TV. We're both, quite chunky chappies. So the reality is you clamber over each other, don't you, Steve?
Well, I'm going to say 6 foot, but I'm not. My son keeps telling me, you're not, Dad, you're not, Dad. So I was 5'11". Perhaps as you get older, you get shorter, I don't know. But I'm now, what, 5'10", I suppose? So from end to end, actually, I'll just show you. This is one of the nice things about, I like, over our corner bed, my actual feet stay on the mattress. Because being on the end, my feet were sticking over the edge. Now they're actually on the bed. Bless, no fit.
It is a really good bed. It's very comfortable. The mattress is really good, so I like that. But Steve clambers over me this time. That's a difference rather than me clambering over him.
But it's a lot easier to just get used to move.
Yeah. Which is not fun at 3 o'clock in the morning.
So Karen and Emyr, I hope I said that right again. Sorry about that if I didn't. I hope you found that useful.
What are you doing, Steve?
I think I might have found a use for this. Look. It's not very powerful. It's powerful enough for this.
Oh gosh, I've seen it online.
There we go. It's not for washing your dog. Well, we haven't got a dog.
Not with us now, no.
But we've got the paddleboard.
The paddleboard's much better behaved though.
Oh, so it's a little trigger that turns it on and off. It's probably emptied all that. They're just doing this bit.
You know what to do. Please like, subscribe and hit the little bell.